Hi, welcome back to ODE YouTube channel. My name is Paul and I'm here again for another unboxing. I got this package from China. I have this Victorinox knife that I will use to open it, and let's see what I have inside. So, what I have here is a Chinese pen that I saw online and I had to buy it. I know that there are some videos already. I saw the announcement of two videos, one by Doug at the, how is the channel, Inquiring Minds channel, and the other on Chris Rap 52, but I didn't have the time to watch the videos. I will watch them of course, but didn't have the time. So I got this pen. It's an inexpensive pen, a Jinhao, and here it is, marked from June 2022, and it is the Jinhao X159, and here it is. So very quick unboxing, and let's take a look at it. So it is a pen that okay, we all know that Jinhao 159 is kind of a pen very closely inspired by the Montblanc Meisterstück 159. First, this always gets me a little bit stressed when I see a pen coming in this kind of case. I always imagine it is completely crushed inside, but apparently it's not. Okay, so this is kind of a replica of the Montblanc 149. This is a very new release. This is the X159. Okay, you can see that the clip is not completely straight, but it has some play there. It is a very inexpensive pen. I don't remember how much I paid, maybe 10 euros, not sure. So here it is, and when you uncap it, you will have this Jinhao nib, which is a big one, a number 8 nib, which is kind of fun. And it is a cartridge converter pen. Well, yes, it's quite well made, I would say. It has the rubber ring there to keep the closing system nice. Okay, so cartridge converter pen. So these will need some very big pen. Let me just zoom out a little bit, like this. Okay, now it fits. So let me show some comparisons. This is the Jinhao X159. Now, the comparison, I will use the Jinhao 159. And you can see that Jinhao 159 is just a little bit longer, and as far as I can tell, it is also wider. But let me try to check. Okay, this doesn't fit. I'm not completely sure if it is wider or not. It's kind of strange. Okay, doesn't matter. So this is the this is the 159. The 159 had some differences. Let's take a look at them very quickly, because I will make some more videos about this, and also some versus videos with comparisons with all these. So this one has this straight clip, which looks quite nice. This one has this kind of ugly clip with the logo of Jinhao there. I don't like it. I like the fact it is yellow. This pen is made of resin, this pen is made of metal, and I prefer that one. I like metal pens, but I think I prefer these. I prefer the weight. Although I prefer metal pens that are heavy, mostly if they are like raw material. So it has the same kind of band. It's a little different. It's nicer, the engraving in this one. So it has the same ring, same everything. It is a cartridge converter pen. This is a cartridge converter pen. When you uncap it, you will see that the threads are not metal, because the pen is not metal anymore. Only when you uncap it, you have metal there. When you uncap this one, you have metal there too. Let me check if this is interchangeable, but no, I don't think any parts are interchangeable. So two cartridge converter pens. This one has a section that tapers down a little bit. It has kind of a step here, not very big, but then it tapers down and it has a ring next to the nib. This one has less step, very less sharp, and it has a section that is mostly cylindrical and not tapering down. And the nib is a number 8 nib, and in the Jinhao X159 it is a number 6 nib, so I would say this nib looks quite nice. And this is my comparison. I could have here the Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Furore Grande. I forgot about it, but it's not exactly the same kind of pen, not the same kind of rings and so on, but we'll have an idea. Then I brought here today some other pens for comparison, and this will be quite an inexpensive lineup. This is inexpensive. Then I have the Senator President, which has some differences here on the outside, as you can see, but it is the same kind of pen. This blind cap or the turning knob is bigger. These have no function. This one is really a blind cap that will allow you to access the piston filler, because it is a piston filler. Then you uncap it and you have this hourglass shaped section that goes there. So let me see the size, but it has a number 6 nib. This nib is much bigger. Sorry. Then I have this pen that was sent me by Bogdan from the channel Pen Collector, and this is a pen from Romania. It is also heavily inspired by Montblanc 149, and it is the Flaro Titan, and it is a piston filler pen. The piston is kind of broken, I'll need to fix it, and then it has an ink window, of course, like the Senator, and the nib is also a big number 8 nib, and that's so nice to have these big nibs. I prefer this size of pen with this size of nib. Then I have a pen that I like a lot, my Sailor King of Pen. Wider pen, so there are some differences. Let me put them here. So the first one is the Flaro. The second one is the Jinhao X159. Then the Jinhao X159, just to have all the lineup here. Then the Senator President, and then the Sailor King of Pen, that is like that. And here I have the Sailor King of Pen, the same kind of design, very similar, and this is a cartridge converter pen, so this has no function, this end part, and it also has a very big nib. So this one will get here in the middle between the Jinhao, no, not between the Jinhao, sorry, let's do it in another way. It will be between the Flaro and the Jinhao X159. And let me put these in the same order, so just that you can see. You may think that I'm just wasting your precious time, but I think that size comparisons and other comparisons are the most useful thing in a pen channel, because lots of other things are talked about by so many other reviewers. Then I have the real thing, the Montblanc Meisterstück 149, and it is a very similar pen to the Jinhao. Let's take this out, the cap. You see the cap bands are all different between themselves. And we'll put the Montblanc between the Jinhao. No, let's put the Montblanc between the Sailor and the new Jinhao. Okay, this is kind of a mess. You see, this one has a very big nib. Also, it has a section. The section is so similar to the Jinhao section that it even has the same kind of matte finish end of the section there. Very similar shaped section. It's very similar shaped, the pen. So I would say very soon they will be coming out with a piston filler version of the Jinhao X159. I can almost bet on that. I think the big step up was to make these bigger nibs. So here you can see them side by side. So this is the Jinhao. This is the Mont Blanc. I would say the Mont Blanc nib is a little wider here in the shoulders part, but it is a very similar pen, very similar. So this is interesting. I'm very interested in comparing both pens. I know that this pen is a fine nib, and I know that the Mont Blanc is kind of an architect nib, so they will not be completely comparable, but I think I need to do some comparisons because this is really interesting. And it's not the same pen because it's not a piston filler, but then I think about the Sailor, and it will be closer to the Sailor because it is also a cartridge converter pen. So how will it perform? This is a really nice pen, I really like it, but this is a pen that costs almost 1,000 euros, and this one costs around 10 euros. So I hope there's really some difference. I'm sure that will be, because the Sailor nibs are really unique and very nice. So this was the video that I had for today, just unboxing of this new pen. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it useful, and soon I will make videos, reviews and comparisons, because I think this is very interesting. I'm really excited that this pen was released. So this is all for today. Hope you enjoyed. Please come back to my channel, and I hope to meet you soon here for another video soon. Bye.